Hey guys, Sake here, and boy do I feel like a horse's patoot. The first thing you might notice is the land looks different, and that's because I uh, I loaded a super flat world, but I didn't. I picked the tunneler's dream or whatever, which put the ground level only 30 blocks below the block ceiling, so I could not effectively build the pagoda or the scoring pylon to its fullest extent. So I made a brand new world and figured while I was at it, I might as well make the track sit inside the ground at ground level. So what we've done is we've put these markers here, and I found a track map that gives me a pixel by pixel representation of Indianapolis Motor Speedway from above. And I figured out that for every pixel on the screen, it's 1.1815 meters. So any pixel adjustment, like I just click and drag to get pixel proportion, and then I take those numbers times 1.1815, and that gives me how many blocks forward and how much inside. But let's turn off creative and use our diamond shovel that I've enchanted to do the digging for us since it's much faster. But moving at 200 times speed now. So what I've done is I'm making a rough outline from the very last part of the straightaway, and then this first marker here is the inside, the very inside middle of turn 1. So if I go around here and dig straight towards it, I'll have a base curve, and then from this point I'll be able to see the absolute inside of the short chute just by walking this away. The draw distance isn't that high, but there she is standing up nice and tall. So what I'll do is I'll make a rough outline from these pylons all the way to the front stretch, and then just sort of freehand it. What I'm also doing, excuse me, is taking pixel by pixel measurements on the inside of the corner and outside of the corner through 3 or 4 different points of the turn, which you'll see in the next video. And then that way I'll be able to get a rough outline of the inside markers and outside markers so that the track actually bends the way it's supposed to. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's a 90-degree corner, so we will want the left side of the turn there to look like the right. And as you can see, the left looks kind of good, but the right side is leaving a lot to be desired. However, I will just do a little finagling on the inside, nothing too major. But this was before I did the pixel by pixel representation, so this is just a rough idea. Once I get to the outlines, then I can actually lay the inside track. But yeah, that inside groove looks much better. And as you can see, I'm way off on this portion, so I will re-dig from the center of the turn out to the short chute. I learned that in survival mode, the diamond shovel here, which I used crap load of bottles of enchanting to get up to level 30, and then an anvil is actually sitting at the start finish line, and I enchanted a diamond shovel, so this digging I've got efficiency and unbreaking, and this is making short work of the grass. The basalt that the front stretch went through was a real pain. Okay, going up from the center of the turn, the left should look like the right, and that's almost too straight. So I think digging right in the middle is the way to go. But like I said, this one is just a rough representation of where I think the track should be. In the next video, I'll have all these markers placed and should have turn 1 dug out. And then, because the track is symmetrical, all I'll need to do is write down how many blocks I go forward from the front stretch and how many inside. For example, if I go forward 3 blocks, inward 1, go forward 4 blocks, inward another 2, go forward 10 blocks, I will replicate that at the end of the short shoot to get a perfect well-rounded corner. There we go. And then just I'll do the same thing on the other end to get a nice smooth transition through turn 3 and 4, so it looks exactly like turn 1 and 2. Now I'm just getting the outside extents. Oh, there's some water. But I figure if I dig out 14 blocks from each of these inward points, I'll have a nice smooth rotation, even though in blocks it's tough to count. But as you can see, that's going to be how wide the front stretch is going into turn 1. And then I see this next outcropping here. So then this line will be 1 block shorter than the last, and it'll sort of bend around. If I kept this up, I would just be digging in a straight line. So as the turn rotates, I'm going to need, instead of going straight out, I'm going to need to go forward as well a little bit. And that's where I think the pixel by pixel is really going to help me, and just establishing the extents of the track so I can get that nice rotation in block form. There we go. And then just sort of fill or tidy up these edges. So as I keep going, I see that I had a long line there, but I'll eventually get to that middle marker and go a 45-degree angle 12 block out. So that will be the widest point that the track is, and just sort of go from there. But as tradition, I have 2 minutes of quick, tidy building music to accompany the last couple minutes of the video. So enjoy, and we'll see you at the end. All right, as you can see, we're unleashing our inner caterpillar. We've got some turns marked out, some width marked out. It looks like that lake is going to be a problem, but we can fill that in. But it doesn't look like much now, but once we get these inside and outside markers down, we can make more sense of it. So until next time, this has been Saka. Thanks for watching.